So I'm Marissa Ehringer, and I'm study the genetics of substance use disorders and related psychiatric diseases. So, I mean, there's a lot of comorbidity of multiple substances of abuse with each other, but also in the context of a lot of psychiatric disorders like depression or anxiety or even bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, that sort of thing. Yeah, so I mean, what we tend to see is that there are some individuals who kind of experiment with a variety of substances starting in adolescence, and they often continue using through college or, you know, early young adulthood. But then a lot of people stop. Like once they kind of stop in their late 20s or kind of grow out of it. But then there are other people who are more what they call life course persistent. And so they, you know, they just have a much more difficult time with abstaining and stopping the substance use. It's true. And you know, it's kind of changed over the years. When we do studies that try to disentangle how much of the variance in the behavior is contributed on the basis of genetic factors compared to how much of the variance is contributed based on environmental factors, the environmental factors contribute a lot more at younger ages. But then at older ages where it's a little bit more of a situation where people can't really stop and really have problems, that's where we see more genetic factors contributing to like ongoing use. So, you know, I think those of us who are old enough are often reminded of like the Joel Camel advertising that happened to sort of make smoking seem like it was cool. And certainly the vape products and the Juul company, they were clearly targeting adolescents. And you know, because again, we know enough to know that nicotine is the addictive substance. And so if they can get them hooked, then they've got customers for life, right? So.
Okay, so just for the camera, can I get your full name and your department of study?
Yeah, Jerry Stitzel, and I'm at the Department of Integrative Physiology, and also at the Institute for Behavioral Genetics. Yeah, so I mostly study the genetics of I want to say nicotine behaviors, because I can't really say addiction because I work in animal models. So, so basically study the genetics. We try to identify genes that influence, in the case of animal models, whether or not they're likely to consume nicotine by choice, or if they find it rewarding or not rewarding, aversive. We do some human work on human genetics of nicotine dependence. We have a just called a 2-bottle choice test, where they given 2 bottles, one has water and one has nicotine, and then you escalate the amount of nicotine and just basically see how much nicotine they will drink by choice, right? They don't have to drink it at all, but if they like it, they'll drink some of it, and you can kind of increase the amount and kind of find a break point where they're going to say, I'm not going to drink this anymore, I'm not going to touch this anymore.